You think the sun is our protector, giving us life and warmth every single day. But the truth is, we're living next to a ticking time bomb. This massive ball of fire is actually a monster, and it's hungry. If the sun decided to sneeze, our entire modern world would vanish in seconds. We aren't talking about a bad tan. We are talking about the end of every electronic device on Earth. But how could light be so deadly? Imagine a world where the internet dies, the power grid melts, and water stops flowing forever. This isn't a movie plot, it's a scientific certainty that's happened before. But the real danger isn't what you see on the surface. You've been told the sun is a stable, glowing orb that keeps us safe. But the reality is much darker than your science teacher ever admitted. We are trapped in a violent relationship with a star that's slowly changing. NASA keeps a constant eye on the sun, but there's a secret they rarely discuss in public. There is a specific rhythm to this star that is getting faster. This leads to the one question no one wants to answer. Is the sun actually trying to destroy us, or are we just caught in its crossfire? To understand the danger, we have to look past the light. Because deep inside that core, something impossible is happening right now. Deep within the sun, atoms are smashed together with so much force it defies logic. This isn't just heat, it's a continuous nuclear explosion that never stops. But what happens when that explosion grows too big for its skin? Most people think the sun will stay the same for billions of years. They are wrong. The sun is a living thing, and it's currently entering its most aggressive phase yet. You won't believe what's lurking inside the solar wind. The sun isn't just throwing light at us, it's shooting billions of invisible particles at incredible speeds. These are invisible bullets that can shred human DNA and fry computer chips. But our atmosphere protects us, right? Well, not entirely. Our magnetic field is the only thing standing between us and total extinction. But this shield has a massive weakness that the sun knows how to exploit. When the sun hits this sweet spot, the results are absolutely catastrophic. In 1859, the sun threw a tantrum that set telegraph offices on fire. This was known as the Carrington event, and it was a warning shot. If that same event happened today, your phone wouldn't just die, it would explode. Our entire civilization is built on a foundation of delicate electronics. We are more vulnerable now than at any point in human history. The sun is watching our progress, and it's preparing a strike that we can't stop. Scientists have discovered superflares on stars just like ours. These blasts are thousands of times more powerful than anything we've ever seen. If the sun produces one, it's game over for Earth. But could it actually happen? By looking at other stars, we can see our own future. The sun isn't a special exception. It's a typical violent star. And the data shows that we are long overdue for a major solar outburst that could change everything. A massive solar storm could knock out the underwater cables that connect the world. We would be plunged into a digital dark age for years. No banking, no GPS, no communication. But the physical damage is even more terrifying. Without the Earth's protection, the sun is a literal death ray. Astronauts are at constant risk of being cooked alive by sudden solar events. But even here on the ground, the sun is slowly stealing something very precious from us. The sun is constantly stripping away the atmospheres of planets. It turned Mars into a frozen desert, and it's trying to do the same to Earth. Every second, we lose a little bit more of our air. As the sun ages, it gets hotter and brighter. Eventually, it will boil our oceans and turn Earth into a literal hellscape. But you don't have to wait millions of years for the sun to turn against us. These dark spots on the sun are actually tangles of magnetic energy. They are the birthplaces of the most violent explosions in the solar system. And right now, the number of sunspots is growing at an alarming rate. We are currently approaching a period called the solar maximum. This is the point of no return for our current electronics. The sun is reaching its peak power, and we are completely unprepared for the upcoming storm. When the sun gets angry, the atmosphere expands. This creates drag that pulls satellites out of the sky. Thousands of pieces of space junk could fall on our heads, but that's just the chaos in the sky. On the ground, solar currents crawl through power lines, melting massive transformers that take years to replace. We could be without power for a decade. This is the Great Reset no one is talking about in the news. A CME is a billion-ton cloud of plasma moving at millions of miles per hour. It's like a cosmic cannonball aimed directly at our faces. And the scary part? We only get a few minutes of warning before it hits. You wouldn't see it coming. There wouldn't be a sound. One moment you're scrolling through social media, and the next, every screen on the planet turns black. But what happens to the planes currently in the air? Pilots rely on GPS and radio to stay in the sky. During a major solar event, those tools vanish. Thousands of flights would be flying blind in a chaotic sky. This is where the nightmare becomes a reality. In the past, people saw red auroras in the sky and thought the world was ending. They were right. A red aurora is a sign that the sun has breached our final defenses. And it's happening again. The sun is a cannibal. It will eventually grow so large it will swallow the inner planets whole. We are literally living inside a belly of a beast that is slowly waking up. But is there any hope? Some scientists suggest building a planetary shield to block the solar wind. It sounds like science fiction, but it might be our only way to survive the sun's final evolution. Because the sun isn't just a star. The sun is the most dangerous object in the universe because it's the only one that can kill us instantly without us seeing it coming. It is the giver of life and the ultimate bringer of death. We've seen how the sun can melt our world, fry our brains, and erase our history in a single heartbeat. Our survival is a miracle that could end at any moment. But the sun isn't the only threat. While the sun is a monster, there is something even more terrifying lurking in the dark corners of our galaxy. If you think a solar flare is scary, wait until you see what happens when stars vanish completely